What's up, everybody? This is Ven again.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And today we're taking a look at set number 80024. What is this set called?
The Legendary Flower Fruit Mountain.
Legendary Flower Fruit Mountain.
And it's a mouthful, that's for sure. So this has 1949 pieces and retails for $169.99 USD. LEGO Store exclusive, as all the other ones are. But wow, that is the biggest set of this wave. We are finally on the last one.
It took us all day to build this. All day!
One entire day of daylight outside to build this set. Holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, we did. So before we dive into the details and the more technical aspect of the set, we want to kind of go over some context as far as like what the figures are, what the characters are, what this whole set represents, and what it means for Monkie Kid as a theme.
So when I first looked at the set, just seeing the images online, my thought was society if monkey. I didn't know most of these minifigs and what they were supposed to be named, but as soon as we got the box, I kind of got the gist of what this set was supposed to be.
It was like a Monkie King origin story. It's not even really about the Monkie Kid. It's all Monkie King.
Yeah, so the minifigs include a brother monkey, a sister monkey, a baby Monkie King, and then an apprentice Monkie King, and then the Monkie King, and then the EVIL MACAQUE, and then the Monkie Kid.
As you can see, there are many monkey characters in this set, and half of them are actually just Monkie King at different stages in his life. It's cool to see his brother and sister represented in minifig form, and it's definitely interesting to get a new antagonist character in the EVIL MACAQUE. He isn't featured in any other set from this wave, so his role here is fairly vague. Hopefully we get some context in the newer episodes of the show. Each minifig has a fair amount of detail, with each character sans the siblings featuring leg printing, and all of them have something unique attached to them. The monkey characters all have tails, some of those tails are oriented differently than others, and we get these really neat fabric parts on Monkie King as well as EVIL MACAQUE. Monkie Kid is Monkie Kid. He still isn't much different here than he is in the other sets this wave, but his head, I guess, does feature different expressions on it. The standout figures in this set are definitely going to be Monkie King and EVIL MACAQUE, who we feel have the most interesting designs overall. With a new villain character and all these different forms of Monkie King featured in this set, it's obvious to us that there is a new story that's being told here.
And it's much more than just the minifigs itself. The build of the set is actually a story in itself too, and it's shown on the back of the box.
Ugh. This box is huge. But yeah, you can see all of the little bits of the narrative that they put on the back of the box here. You can see the Monkie Kid being born and shown to his whole family. You can see them going to Great America and having fun. There's just all kinds of great memories. It's like a whole family photo album back here. And you also see a lot of the functions of the set too, but that's not important, at least not right now.
What makes this set differ from the rest of the Monkie Kid wave is that this set has, in the instruction booklet, actual commentary from the designer themselves about shan shui, or what's called mountains and waters. This is like a traditional Chinese painting style that they wanted to emulate when they made this set. So for a location piece, I think they really nailed that kind of aesthetic to it. It has a very like mystical look to it, and I think that's really awesome with how vibrant it is. The clouds and the waterfalls. Wow, this is very much a mystical set piece that they nailed based on what they're trying to base it off of.
The aesthetic of the set is definitely a lot nicer than I expected it to be. Just from the box art alone, I feel like that didn't really do much justice representing what the set actually looks like and the style that it captures, but it's really impressive. It looks like something out of an animated film or something.
Now that we have all that context out of the way, let's dive into the nitty-gritty LEGO build biddy. As we mentioned, this set took almost a whole afternoon to build. That's with both of us working on different parts of the set at the same time. There are 3 instruction booklets, each of them for different segments of the set, and at least 18 bags of parts, some with way more parts than others. It's a very involved build with lots of complex details, and it definitely had some tricky moments, but it was very satisfying to see it come together in our hands as the beautiful set piece that it turned out to be. We definitely recommend getting somebody else to help you build this set if you were to pick it up, because it's a very fun build, and one that we feel is worth sharing with another person. finally got to the part where we actually put together the Monkey Kid minifigure, and he gets his own whole page in the instruction booklet. As if, like, just in case you didn't already know who it was. Now I know.
Yeah, that's Monkey Kid, all right.
So where's Mario?
It was a really cool build, though, and it paid off. Ven got this, like, middle section right here. I got, like, this left side, and then we both worked on the right side. I guess our right. It's definitely flipped around the other way.
I got to work on the coolest part of this set.
I was definitely questioning while we were building it, because this right side, if you're facing it, is very dense. And there's not much scenery to it at first as you're building it up. But once it all came together and it turned out to be like this really cool staircase, wow. You know how they say be careful who you make fun of in high school? This thing has had a glow up. It's actually really crazy. I liked how the first book turned out after all.
The middle section was definitely a pleasure to work on. I think the strongest part of this set is just the whole building portion, especially with those waterfalls and the functions that we're going to demonstrate for you in just a moment.
And then the rest of the set is kind of a mishmash of what we've just talked about. There's some spread out parts, and then there's also some dense parts when it comes to like the rock structures. It all comes together to make a very, very nice and pretty set, and there's so much to talk about and a little bit to critique that comes along with it.
Now I know what you're thinking. It looks cool, but does it do anything? There aren't too many functions in this set, but there definitely are some. So let's go ahead and take a look at what those functions are.
Oh.
Again. Oh. Again. Oh.
Oh, I did it. So the first function that the set has is this egg, rock, tulip, something that's over here, and that is the birth of the Monkie King. And there's a little lever in the back that you can pull, and it opens up. So either this rock cracks open or the egg cracks, something. I don't know what this is, but it's a little neat feature on this first side of the set. Then we have the next part, which is the waterfall. Let Ven get into that, since he's the
waterfall is really cool. So what you do is you take Monkie King here, you press down on his head, and then he just opens up this hidden waterfall passage, which is really cool. I really like how that works out, and it's nice and smooth.
The last function on this set, on the last part of the build, is a little rotating platform in the back that spins when you push a gear.
By spinning the gear, you actually rotate 2 platforms, so that way you can have both characters like combat each other pretty evenly.
I didn't even realize that one was rotating.
The last function that this set features is the ability to separate it into 3 segments. So that way you have a little bit more control of however you want to, display it or play with it. It's totally up to you, and it's a really nice function.
So Ven will definitely have a little bit more to say than me when it comes to the back sides of these sets, because the first part that you build, there's not too much down here. It's more of like an area that the monkeys can go hide in and play around.
Yeah, this set has a good bit of what I like to call the Lego dollhouse effect, where, the front portion of the set looks really nice and cool, but once you turn it around, you start seeing a lot of really neat hidden details that you can have the minifigures interact with. So, of course, we have this staircase back here that looks really nice. I haven't seen any staircases like that in too many sets. Cool. The first thing it reminded me of was a really old Harry Potter set. So I had a lot of fun putting that together and seeing everything else come together up here with the leaves and other little bits of greenery here and there. You also have the apprentice Monkey King down here on his own little raft, which is pretty cool. It's like chained there. It's not allowed to go anywhere. Right next to him, you have this axe chopping wood on its own. I mean, I take it that you're supposed to have a minifigure right here to kind of play with it, but that's not what the instructions showed. It just...
With all the functions and features now highlighted, we kind of wanted to get into the critique, or I guess critiques that we had for the set. My issue with the set is that it feels like it needs to justify why it exists. The legendary Flower Fruit Mountain does appear in the pilot of Monkey Kid, and it also does reoccur within the first season, but it's not a location that they go back to that often. For the most part, Monkey Kid takes place in the city, and for that reason, it feels like the legendary Flower Fruit Mountain needs to tell you, hey, this is why you need to buy me. And then we get into the instruction booklet, where it talks about the idea behind it, as well as the fact that there's the story on the back side of the box. These things need to tell you, hey, we're making this set because it's a cool set piece that represents, you know, the Chinese traditional mountains and water paintings.
When you compare this set to everything else that Monkie Kid has had to offer so far, it's pretty jarring because everything else is so action-packed. You have this conflict in a box with pretty much every single set except here. I mean, yeah, they did throw in, what's his name, EVIL MACAQUE or whatever, and that's cool. I don't really know how significant he is to the grand scheme of things because he doesn't come out in any other sets. And this is probably the only set that doesn't have like Red Sun or the Spider Queen or any of that. So it's very different, and functionally it's really more of a set piece than anything. You build it and you put it up on display somewhere. It doesn't work the same way as those sets. It feels like you'd be getting this for a very different purpose. That's not to say that it's a completely boring set to play with. You could still kind of role play with the characters and the minifigures that it comes with and have them up on display. You can still like mimic battles or maybe recreate your own little scenes here and there. That's fun, but again, it's just very different from what we've gotten before.
Yeah, and I feel like that's compounded with the fact that this set is about $170. You're buying this for basically just being a giant set piece and not as much for being a big play set.
Beautiful? Yes. Fun? No.
It could be. But you're definitely here for the really cool aesthetic that this set brings, and that it makes for a nice painting on the wall replacement.
And the building experience.
Yes, the building experience.
Except for the stickers. This set has too many stickers. Too many stickers.
But on the other hand, they are kind of cool stickers. I really like that the waterfalls have stickers with like the rocks jutting out of them. Gives it a more fun look to it.
Yeah, it's a fun look. I just would have preferred printing, you know, not a bajillion freaking stickers. Come on, Lego. You should know this by now.
Alongside with stickers, we did get really tripped up on the green coloring. There's 3 different shades of green.
It's sand green, but we kept mistaking the sand green for teal because in the instructions it looks teal.
Yeah, I just mean like there's 3 different shades of green, and so like with the sand green it looks teal, and half the time, you know, the instructions booklet would say, you know, grab a sand green piece, and we'd be reaching for a teal piece that didn't exist. We're like, oh shoot, we're grabbing the wrong thing.
It was really confusing. I don't know if the booklets are all printed like that, but ours definitely was, and it kind of messed us up a little bit.
I kind of feel like the other books do have sand green probably colored the same, but because there's not 3 different shades of green to compete with it, it's easier to, you know, remember, oh yeah, I'm looking for sand green, not teal. Yeah. That's the only like real other issue that we have, other than, you know, the set's existence needing to fight for justification.
Yeah, it's a pretty challenging build, so that's why I feel like overall this is more a set for like older audiences than anything. I don't know, what's the age recommendation on this? 10 plus. Yeah. Oh my god.
So it's slightly higher than the other sets that are in this wave.
Should be 16.
It's a cool build though, just one last time. It goes from being very dense to being a little bit more spread out but more iconic, and then it gets a mix of those two and by the end of it. And it's really cool how they spread it out that way. Really keeps your attention held to the set. It was good. Took up all our daylight.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it as far as how we feel about this set. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you like this set? Do you like the way it looks? Do you think it needs a little bit more? Do you not like it at all? Do you plan to pick up this set? Let us know in the comments down below.
Thank you so much for watching these Monkie Kid reviews. These were a blast to make, and I hope you enjoyed watching them too after we had all the building done. But to wrap up, I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
I'm Ven.
And we'll see you next time.
I won't.
Maybe.
I won't.
No guarantees.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm free. It's done. Woo!
Come back.
I can retire again.